Yo ho ho, Dom Mafia. Welcome to yet another edition of the Dom Mafia Report. And by the way, Merry Christmas, you filthy animals. I understand I'm dropping this video on Christmas Eve. I sincerely appreciate you taking time away from your family to sit here and watch me preview the New England Patriots game coming up on Monday. Our arch rivals. And what would be a better Christmas present to Buffalo Bills fans than handing the Patriots their first losing season since 2000? Obviously, there is a lot of ill will toward this organization, especially since they made our lives a living nightmare for the past decade plus. But here we are, ladies and gentlemen, and we have an opportunity to not only hand the Patriots that embarrassing feat, but we also have an opportunity to clinch the second seed. Now, I know a lot of us, we are so pumped that we ended up winning the AFC East, and so am I. Trust me, I've had a hard-on ever since last Saturday. We need to understand the higher the seed that we get, the better opportunity we are going to have in the playoffs. And frankly, have been listening to several podcasters, several news analysts, and say, for example, that we drop down to the fourth seed, then that means if we get past the wild card weekend, which we will get into that. I do not think there's a single team that we can play that we cannot beat that first round, but we would be going to Kansas City that following week to play Kansas City off of a bye week, which they are typically pretty good. But I feel like I'm getting ahead of myself at this point. This is the report card. I'm going to be going out ahead and I'm going to be previewing how I feel the Bills offense is going to do against the Patriots defense and how the Patriots offense is going to perform against the Buffalo Bills defense. Before I dive into it, I need to give a quick little announcement. So many of you ask me, Dan, how can I support your channel? Well, the best way to support this channel is simply by smashing the out of that like button. But say you ever want to go the extra mile, Patreon is how you do it. You could find that link in my description, or you can check out the merch that is shelved below this very video. So yeah, Dumb Mafia, let's go on ahead and start with the red hot Buffalo Bills offense going up against a still very stout New England Patriots defense. Now, we all understand that about half of their defense decided to opt out this year in 2020 due to COVID, obviously. But they were still very well coached. They still made a lot of young quarterbacks look like shit, i.e. Justin Herbert. And a lot of that has to do with their secondary, their pass rush, and overall just incredible coaching from, as bad as this is going to taste coming out of my mouth, the best coach ever to do it, in my opinion, in Bill Belichick. There's news going around that Gilmore is not going to be in the game, but of course we are still facing J.C. Jackson, who, in my opinion, has been absolutely balling. He has 8 interceptions so far this year. He even picked off Josh Allen during that one Week 8 matchup by itself. So as far as I would love to see another Buffalo Bills Josh Allen 300-yard plus game, 4 or 5 passing touchdowns, I don't think that that's going to happen this time, ladies and gentlemen. I really don't. In fact, I see it being a carbon copy of Week 8. I really see our run game winning this game for us. I see Devin Singletary and Zach Moss for the first time since Week 8 having tremendous games, because you can run against the New England Patriots. Passing is always interesting. If we were to pass, I feel like Josh Allen just needs to avoid J.C. Jackson, who is most likely going to be linked up against Stephon Diggs. But we shall see. Expect Cole Beasley to have yet another good game. I'm hoping Diggs can put it together, because my fantasy team is going to be wishing that he would. But I still see this being a run-first game. There's just so many weaknesses in the Patriots' run defense, and their secondary is still damn good. But there are opportunities for the Buffalo Bills to pass on this team, so we shall see. But expect to see a lot of running the damn ball. So now it comes down to the Buffalo Bills defense versus the New England Patriots offense. There is no question whatsoever that Cam Newton has been struggling tremendously this year. I mean, I'm not really much of a big stat guy, to be honest with you. I don't believe that illustrates how good or how bad a quarterback is based off of, these impromptu numbers putting out. But say that I was. Let's go on ahead and switch me over to an alternate life. Then statistically wise, Cam Newton, he is not having a good season whatsoever. Not at all. His So the completion percentage is down. He's barely throwing for over 200 yards the past couple of starts he has had. And maybe a lot of that has to do with the fact that they really don't have many weapons on that offense, right? They were a run-first team, and the last time the Bills got thrashed by the run, in my opinion, was the last time we played the New England Patriots. Damian Harris was an absolute monster. Sony Michel started last week and had a damn good game. So I'm not really sure what Belichick is going to do. I would ride the hot hand, and I would put Damian Harris in there, especially since he was an absolute lights out for them in week 8. And so we'll see what's going on there. Do keep in mind we didn't have Matt Milano against the Patriots during week 8. So it could be a solution for us, but at the end of the day, this Buffalo Bills run defense is still giving up about 4.6 yards per carry, which is in the lower echelon of the league. I'm still seeing the Patriots rate to be doing a lot of dink and dunk passing and handing the ball off to their various running backs to sort of see what's going on. I just think that we need to bottle up that run, and we need to make Cam Newton beat us with his arm, because his arm, unfortunately, is not quite where it was in the past. So we'll go on ahead. We'll see how that all kind of plays out. But as far as the Bills' defensive game plan is going, I have a feeling that we're going to be able to bottle up this offense, especially since it really hasn't been anything but electric so far this year. Their run game is damn good, and that needs to be our number one priority. Dom Mafia, do me a favor. Comment your score prediction and your hottest take. What do you think is going to happen in this game? Do you think the Buffalo Bills are going to struggle against a New England Patriots rival, or do you think that we are just going to hand them their ass? Very interested to sort of poll the rest of the group to see what they are all thinking about that. And so besides that, guys, as far as following me on other platforms, the best way to do it is either on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. Your boy has a fucking TikTok now. And it's all at Real Dan Mitchell. Same handle for absolutely everything. So feel free to connect with me on all 3 of those platforms. I always love talking to fans over these things, so definitely do that. Make sure you subscribe to my podcast as well. I have a podcast with former safety Aaron Williams of the Buffalo Bills. It's slowly but surely turning into a comedy football podcast, I would say. I mean, we definitely talk about football, but I mean, some of the conversations we have are absolutely just ludicrous. So definitely subscribe to that. Dom Mafia, thank you so much again for tuning in to yet another edition of the Dom Mafia Report. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. I love you guys. You have no idea how much you have improved my 2020 drastically. I have had, while a lot of people have had terrible years, as far as my social media career is concerned, I have had an amazing year, and it's all thanks to you guys. Besides that, guys, thank you for tuning in. And before I let you go, always remember, let's go Buffalo.